This video is brought to you by Restaurantware. In it, we're talking about disposable cake drums, specifically these awesome Pastry Tech cake drums. They come in 8, 10, and 12-inch sizes, and both round and square. And you can see on this is our 8-inch diameter one that's in white. We also have black, and silver, which has a nice little bit of metallic shine to it. So you can see you get a lot of colorways options and size options for cake presentation. These drums are 1/2 inch thick. They're made of really sturdy cardboard, so it's a nice secure base, even if you're going to put tiered cakes on them. Now, if you're making cakes, one thing to keep in mind is you want a drum that's probably at least 2 inches larger than the diameter of your cake. So these 8-inch boards are great for putting little 6-inch cakes on, anything really between 4 and 6 inches. And you can kind of figure out what you need from there, right? And that's why those size options are great. You can put an 8-inch size cake on the 10-inch board and a 10-inch on that 12-inch. And that'll give you a nice a little bit of extra buffer for borders, decorations, and also allow you to grip it and transport it. And these drums are fantastic for packing up larger cakes and especially tiered cakes. And if you have to move them around in your studio, say if you're moving them in and out of the refrigerator, or when you go to pack them up to transport them, say to a venue for an event, they're really nice and sturdy. They're going to give you a great stable base to move those cakes on. And just show you the rest of the square ones. And the size and shape options means you have a lot of choices for different events based on what look you want and what type and size of cake you want to make. They're covered in a beautiful grease-resistant paper, and they have nice clean edges to them. The square ones, that paper is just wrapped cleanly around the sides. There's no bunching or pleating, so it gives a nice, clean, crisp look that kind of fades into the background and will really let your decorations stand out because there's no extra details there. And I especially like the round ones because it's just a nice smooth application of that paper on the side. A lot of times you see there'll be bulky pleating on the sides of cake drums, and these don't have that, which means they make that nice sleek presentation if you just want to leave them as is. Or if you're looking for something to coat, these are actually a little easier to cover and fondant because they don't have that pleating. Or if you're looking to adhere things like ribbon or rhinestones, it's an easier job to apply it because there's not those little gaps and ridges there on the side. So they make for great sturdy display and transport, which makes things like even just decorating your cake easier to do because you've got a nice solid base to work on. That grease-resistant coating is not only going to make it easier to clean up the edges of your cake while you're going along and while you're decorating, but that'll last through the presentation phase and give you a nice, beautiful, clean presentation, which is what we're always looking for. So these Pastry Tech cake drums are great for at-home decorators, and they're also fantastic for bakeries and cake studios.